Let's talk about some of the things Cowboys trying here. I think we both really appreciate and respect Ron Simmons and love the decision that Cowboy made to crown the first ever African American world heavyweight champion in Ron Simmons. But boy, it ain't really working. Jacksonville, Danville, Knoxville, and Milwaukee. Think about the size of those markets, especially Milwaukee. Draw 400 to 600 fans. And it's with Ron Simmons and the Barbarian on top.
Well, there's part of your issue. The booking sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Barbarian's a sweetheart of a guy. Thank God for everybody else in this world. But he was not ready. He wasn't over. And the story, there's no story there. The story was simply hanging your shingle on the fact that Ron Simmons is the champion. And you can only take that horse to the water so many times before it's ain't nobody drinking no more. And I think Ron was. I love the chance, the booking. I love the creative of getting Ron in that position. But to be frank about it, Ronnie was just not ready.
Right.
He hadn't been nurtured and you know positioned right and all those things, Conrad. So it was ill-fated from the start. After the initial celebration in the CNN Center and all those things, the bloom fell quickly off the rose. And Ron Simmons is one of the guys in this business. If I had a territory today, I would hire Ron Simmons as a agent because I think he's that good, and I think he's reliable, and he commands respect from the talents. He's just a special guy, and I thought he would have probably brought a nice mainstream sports feel to the locker room, and if that was the case. So it was hard. It's hard to figure out that deal, but when you look back at it, it's really simple. Ronnie was if anybody was going to be the first black heavyweight champion, Ron Simmons was the perfect solution.
Yes.
It just was the fact that he didn't have a chance to get over to where people say, "Oh man, finally, Ron Simmons is the champ." He looked great. He sounded great. He had an amazing pedigree, but he wasn't ready for that role. And that's kind of how I look at booking. Booking's like a director or a producer casting a part uh, for the part. That's booking, casting, booking, same thing. And so I think that Ron was. It was before he wasn't ready for this role, so we put him in the position that he was fighting from underneath. Ronnie
Right.
was fighting. He was fighting from underneath. He wasn't. He wasn't being. Look at him. He's amazing. And I still think the world of him. He's a smart guy. But we didn't do Ronnie any favors, quite frankly, Conrad, in this whole ill-fated title run.